This first pattern is amazing when working with longer sustained bass notes. So I can bend the pitch of these notes and create some really cool movement in the low end. You can also take advantage of MPE, which makes this super easy. Basically, just drag the pitch bend to the exact note you want on the piano roll behind it. You can see it shows you right here. It's kind of cool. We'll come back to more of the sustained bass tricks, but let's jump to the many ways we could use 8th notes and 16th notes. This classic offbeat bass is a staple, works in so many genres, so many BPMs. However, it's not as easy as just penciling the notes in. We do need to take this one step further. Focus on the MIDI note length and the synth or samples ADSR. So if we're chasing a punchy sound, we're gonna need to spend time shaping this envelope to match that. And look at the difference here. So then building off what we have here, don't be afraid to move one of these notes to a different 16th note, either forward or back. This will create a nice bit of rhythm and groove to the pattern, and you could do this every 2 bars or 4 bars, or you could even save it for the end of an 8-bar section to turn things over. No rules. From here, you could also just have the bass play on these downbeats too, and we'll turn this into every 8th note. This pattern will sound similar, but we have to make sure we are using sidechain because we don't want that competition between the kick and bass. So then speeding things up, let's turn these into 16th notes and create a rolling bass line. This here would be the most basic form, and it works in so many instances. But why stop here? Let's make this more interesting. Let's use velocity to create more rhythm. So first you want to make sure velocity is linked to the filter cutoff. Next, we can increase the velocity in our MIDI notes and create some really cool patterns. Another thing we could do is alternate octaves while playing the rolling bass line. So let's have every other play this higher octave, and this is pretty popular in melodic techno. Then here's another alternative where we'll just bump the offbeat up an octave and leave the rest playing beneath it. You could also do something like this, which gives a little bit more of like a disco vibe. I'm gonna take the first 2 16th notes, leave them here, and we'll bump the next 2 up the octave. Finally, you could try putting any of these notes in the rolling bass line up an octave and be creative, see what you can come up with. Okay, so let's start incorporating some melodic change to our patterns. We can do a stepped bass line here where we climb up the scale, or we can do something like this where we just keep bouncing between 2 notes. This concept can be scaled up or down. So let's take this, but now stretch it over 4 bars, and we're still gonna have this stepping motion. Then there's call and response, which could be super powerful when it comes to writing bass lines. Here's a 1-bar loop, and the first 2 beats are going to be my call, the second are the response. Then here's another example of call and response, but this will be a longer bass line. The first bar is calling and the second bar is the response to that. Another detail to elevate your bass lines is utilizing dead space. There are going to be some songs and instances where you just don't need your bass to do too much. Look at this example where I have these moments of dead space. The kick is pounding, but there is no bass line. And you'll feel it, but this creates more breathing room in the writing and mix. This next bassline pattern is really fun. Try combining the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th 16th in any order. So here, let's do the 2nd here, 4th here, and 3rd here. All right, then next, let's try the 3rd. We'll create some dead space, and then we'll do the 2nd and 4th back to back. Then here's an example of 4, 3, and 2. You get the idea. Now, before we move forward, I do want to emphasize you combining all of these things we're talking about is only going to make your bass lines better. So you could be doing octave jumps with call and response, with dead space. This is how you put your bass line over the top. So back to the longer notes here, and something we could try is combining long with short. And these differences provide nice dynamic contrast in the low end. Then when doing melodic bass lines, something you could also try is adding a 5th to that bass. Take what you have, and we are going to drag this up plus 7, and that will put us on the perfect 5th. And I'll say this, it doesn't always work, but when you feel like you need a little bit more musicality out of your bass line, this trick is awesome. Now, if you found this helpful, great, but this is really just the first part, because now we need to be able to put this into our music and make it work. So tap the video on screen right now. This is the next steps, everything you're gonna need to know to make this work.